Good morning, everybody. I'm back with my son of the day, and had a wonderful night last night with Mrs. Fritz, mom to my grandchildren, and we went out and saw something called Great Balls of Fire at the Dutch Apple Theater, in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and it was really good. It's by a spinoff of something called Million Dollar Quartet. So, anyway, if my grandkids see that picture of us, that's what we were at, and that's what we were doing. But I'm here today to do another scent of the day, and the scent of the day I'm doing today is another one I got from Perfumology. Actually, what happened was a friend of mine, Marcial, said he wanted to send me some stuff, and I couldn't say no to Marcial that time. But anyway, Marcial sent me a Perfumology Discovery set, and he sent me 5 other samples from Juice Box, and then Nir Guy, who owns Perfumology, he put in 2 other fragrances. This is one of the ones he put in, and it's by Ormonde Jayne, which I think is in London. And I had never heard of Ormonde Jayne. That tells you how much I know. I don't know much about it. And this one's called Evernia, which in Latin means oak moss. And it's a really good fragrance. I've had it on now for an hour. Miss Floss gave it an 8. I'm going to read the notes off of here instead of remembering. But it does have like a woody, earthy, mossy smell. But then it has a lot of florals in it, especially rose. I think the rose, which, I've said this before, rose to me is an earthy floral. And you can smell that through this. And then in the base, it has sandalwood and cashmere and all that. I'm going to read the notes real quick. So Miss Floss, if she was down here, she'd say, look up, don't do that. But I'm going to read them. The head notes are Cassis Absolute, which is black currant. There's Sicilian bergamot, cardamom for spice, pink pepper, and coriander, also for spice. And then there's orris butter, which is like iris. There's lily of the valley, freesia and jasmine, violet, Moroccan rose absolute. That's all in the middle. And then in the base, it's oak moss, cashmerean, sandalwood, musk, oponyx, and iso-E, which is woody. And this fragrance is actually made by someone, Geza Schoen, and I'm probably saying that wrong, but Geza Schoen is the perfumer also for Escentric Molecules. Escentric Molecule 1 or 2, and I know Escentric Molecule 1 and 02, which are basically Molecule 1 and Molecule 2, but then there's a whole slew of other essential molecule numbers out there where she adds stuff to it, and we hear a lot about synthetics, and most fragrances, I would think are synthetic. They're made of aroma chemicals. And there's these master people that make that, and it's also in foods. It's in perfumery. Some people know oak moss is restricted, I guess you would say, internationally. So so when you read oak moss, really somebody's creating a chemical remanufacture of that, I guess, or to smell like that, and they do really good jobs. So anyway, that's and especially Geza Schoen, because it's the one that does the essential molecules. I love it. It's because it says it's oak moss, and then it has a lot of other. To me, it's like a wet forest. That's what it is. It's but a northern, a walk through the northern woods. And then you get some florals, and it's just really nice. I don't really know how to describe this. Like I said, Miss Floss gave it an 8. I think it's perfect for spring. On Fragnatica, it's mostly unisex. It leans male. It doesn't have any that lean female, but it does have 2 votes for female and 1 vote for male. So I asked Miss Floss, I said, would you wear this? And she said, no, I think it smells better on you. And then I said, could you smell it on another woman? And she said, probably. So, that's what I would say about this. And again, I mentioned that I got this from my friend Marcial. And I do get, people asking if they could send me stuff, and I always politely say no. And I would say no to anybody else, including Marcial. So I say that, because I'm not a fragrance reviewer. I'm not an influencer. I'm not, anything like that, an expert. I'm just another bozo on the bus that likes fragrances. And these are all for my grandkids. But I am thankful that he did send me these, because Perfumology in Philadelphia. I'm close to Philadelphia. I'm from Philadelphia, actually. I live in, born and raised in Philadelphia, but I live close by too, and I've always wanted to go to Perfumology. And they do have an online store. And I want to mention this about Perfumology, not to plug them or anything, but when I was, 3 years ago when I was starting out, I didn't know how to get into samples, and I knew I could do one of those subscription things, and I didn't do that. There's a bunch of them. And then I found something online, I think it was mysampleshop.com or something, and I bought, like 5 fragrances there, but I paid a lot of money for that. I have a little box over there of some niche, and I paid what I thought was pretty decent money for like 2 mil things. On Perfumology, their website, this Perfumology has a lot of lesser known niche brands, to me, even 3 years in. I didn't know who Ormonde Jayne was. But they have some lesser known niche brands, and I think pretty much everything in there they sell little decants or little samples for a decent price, for a really good price. From what I saw on the website, I haven't ordered from them yet. All the things I got in were just samples from them, but I did go back and look because I thought I might want to order some samples from them too. So. That's not a plug. I'm just saying as advice for somebody wanting to get in the niche world. That's one place you can look at, and there's other places you can look too. And samples are the way to go. Blind buying niche fragrances, it's really risky depending on where you're at on your fragrance journey. And one last thing, I'm going to read something here that's on the Ormonde Jayne thing, and it says, choice of perfume is self-expression. It can give you confidence, it can manipulate reality, and take you places you have never dreamed of. Perfume unlocks the memory and touches the soul, making you feel happy, sensual, and alive. It makes you feel young, beautiful, sexy, and smart. From millions of possible variations, you choose this perfume. All Ormonde Jayne creations are born at our own London studio. But I thought that part about, what it says. I always mention that I don't wear fragrances for comments. Of course, I do wear it to smell good, and if people notice, that's fine. But I like actually walking around with the smell on me. And the only real important compliment I'll ever get is Mrs. Fritz saying, "You smell good, hon." So, and she did say that this morning. She walked up there and she could smell it right away. And she says, "Oh, you smell good, hon." So that's that. And I'll be back again tomorrow. And have a nice day. Bye.